Welcome back to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. Down on Rideau Street, you can imagine, going through the challenges of construction down there, all the changes that have gone on. Of course, many industries affected by the pandemic. Well, my next guest has just a beautiful jewelry store located down there on Rideau Street. And here to tell us more about it, I'm joined by Jeff Lievonen. He is the owner of Shyne On Jewelry. Welcome, Jeff. Great to have you here.
Great to be here. Thanks so much for having me.
Jeff, tell me, you were just speaking before we came on here. Did you purchase the business from someone else? Like, take me back to history here and tell me how the business for you began.
Sure. So initially, a friend of mine owned the business. He owned the store, and I was going to Ottawa U and working for him part-time.
Okay.
I'm not originally from Ottawa, but when I graduated, I knew I wanted to stay in the city, just didn't know what I wanted to do. And at the same time, he wanted out of the business. And while I was working there, I realized that I, enjoyed the jewelry industry and retail. And I thought I could take a bit of a risk, so I took it over from him. And he introduced me to suppliers and manufacturers, and he showed me the ropes. That's how I got started, and that was in 2009.
What stood out to you? What did you love about this business, this industry?
Well, I love handling jewelry. I love buying jewelry.
Well, who doesn't? I mean, let's be honest, Jeff. But yeah, I mean, that part of it must be fun too, right? Because you're kind of a curator in that sense, right? Where you go and, you're sourcing everything that's in your store. I mean, that must be a fun part of what you do.
It is fun, and it's fun to sell stuff too and make people happy. And when somebody buys something that they enjoy, that's really fulfilling for me as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So do you specialize in anything in particular?
So we carry a little bit of everything. I brought some gold and diamond jewelry today, but in the store we sell a lot of silver stuff. We have a lot of men's stuff, and a wide selection of designs and all different price ranges too.
Very nice. So we're looking at some of the jewelry you brought along here. Let's talk about some of these pieces. Describe what we're looking at.
Sure.
Here.
So these are statement pieces. If you're looking for a statement piece, we have a lot to choose from. These are some of our larger gold chains and pendants. We have, diamond tennis chains. This is a Miami Cuban link with a diamond clasp. So if you're looking for something a little different, that's a nice touch without doing the whole thing in diamonds. You can just do the lock in diamonds. Right. And this one is rose gold. So again, if you're looking for something more
is that just a large
unique
piece of rose gold at the end here and diamond at the end as well?
So it's a Jesus piece done in rose gold with a diamond veil and a diamond crown as well. So just to give it some accents, which is a nice look. We have lots of other stuff too.
Yeah, let's have a look over here because these rings really stood out to me. Tell me about this particular one because this looks like like a Super Bowl ring. I mean, this is amazing.
Yeah, it is a pretty big ring. That one's 14 karat rose gold. It's got 1 carat center stone and about 4 carats throughout the rest of the ring. And that was a custom design, so we can do stuff like that as well if people are interested in custom work. So that's something we can do.
Yeah, how do you work with a client when it comes to customizing something? Do they come in with the design? Do you recommend designs? How does that work?
So there's a few ways we can do it. The more details we can get from the person, the better. Sometimes people will bring in an item that inspires them and they want to make a few changes, or they'll just literally sketch something and we'll go from there. We can also sort of customize existing pieces. So if you like something you see, but you want it a little bit different, we can make those changes too.
Very cool. I love it. Let's look at some of the other, you've got some smaller rings here as well, right? So it's something for everyone. You have different sizes, of course, as you said, for men and women. Tell me about some of these other ones.
We have engagement rings and bands, some more trendy fashion pieces for ladies. We have some earrings here. These diamond hoops with the dangling crosses are really popular.
Nice.
Some classic round studs. These ones are set in 14 karat white gold. We have some more feminine, smaller ladies' necklaces here as well. This one's really cool. It says "Mommy."
Cool.
And we can customize those in any kind of carat or color that somebody wants.
You got a heart here and a star. And this is an eye?
Yeah, it's an eye.
That is really cool. Really cool. I mentioned off the top, a lot of businesses have gone through some, challenges downtown there. What sort of challenges have you gone through down on Rideau Street over the last few years?
So I've been there since 2009, and I've seen a lot of development in that area over the years. There was the expansion and renovation of the Rideau Center, which it's awesome now, but at the time, definitely the area was a construction zone with loud blasts and road closures. So that was kind of tough. There was also the LRT construction for the Confederation line. which seemed to last a long time.
Yeah.
There was another pretty disruptive project where I think they were redoing pipes underneath Rideau Street, maybe water pipes, and for that the area was fenced off, and there was really limited access to our store. So
what kind of effect did it have on the business?
it slowed things down. It made accessing the store very challenging. There's already issues with parking in the area, and that just made it even worse.
Right.
So that was kind of tough. And then with the latest COVID lockdowns, there was some uncertainty for a while. So it's been a bit of feast or famine over the years, but that might be typical of small
Things are
businesses.
coming back to normal, though, right? Slowly, but surely. What about community engagement? I mean, obviously, the community's been a great support of yours over the years.
Yeah, definitely. There's a real sense of community among neighboring businesses and with our customers as well. It's interesting seeing people that have been shopping there for 10 years or even more. And they'll come in and, we develop a relationship with them, and, they'll keep us informed of what's happening in their lives. And, that's really interesting to see. And also, if people move away from the city that used to shop at my store, they'll come back and they'll tell me what the store used to be like.
Oh,
they'll tell me what's changed, and because it's been so long since they've been there. So those kind of conversations are nice.
Jeff, what about caring for your jewelry when you get a piece? How do you properly care for a nice piece?
So I guess it depends. If it's silver, silver can tarnish.
Okay.
That doesn't mean it's changing color. It just needs to be polished pretty frequently if it's going to be worn often. So that's something to consider. Other gold jewelry and diamond pieces should be cleaned pretty regularly, especially if they're being worn often.
Okay.
We have an ultrasonic machine at the store that's great for cleaning. But if people want to clean stuff at home, there's lots of products, polishing cloths and stuff like that people can use, but it's great to bring it in and have it steamed and cleaned.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Jeff, really appreciate you coming on today and introducing your great store to our viewers here today. All the best to you.
Great to be here. Thanks.
They're located, by the way, 174B Rideau Street, and you can find them at shyineon.com. That's with a Y. We'll be right back after this.